Welcome to Lights, Camera, Sixer. The Kolkata Knight Riders dominated with the bat and the ball to secure a thumping 7-wicket win as the Delhi Capitals went down against them at Eden Gardens. They secured their second place on the league table. Here's how it happened. Eden Gardens reverted to a former template familiar to the fans of the home team. KKR bowlers dominating the power play. Starc and Arora took 3 wickets. After which the spinners took over, Varun Chakaravarthy and Sunil Narine combining to take 4 wickets. Delhi were reduced to 111 for 8 at one stage. Kuldeep Yadav's 26 ball 35 took the Capitals to 153 for 9. Salt came out with the intent of finishing the match before the spinners came into the action. They were 79 for no loss. Sunil Narine anchored the innings in what looked like a tricky chase. Salt made his 4th 50 in 5 home games this season. Suresh Iyer and Venkatesh Iyer put on an unbeaten 57 of 43 balls to end the match with 21 balls remaining.
It's gone up. Is it up and over? Yes, it is. At the second, unlike Delhi Capitals, it went up. That was a nice thing there on that team.
There was a 7-wicket win by Kolkata Knight Riders against Delhi Capitals. After that win, let's have a look at what has happened to the points table. Last night, Kolkata Knight Riders securing their position in the second spot on the league table, going ahead of Chennai by 2 points. There was a logjam in the middle of the table. 5 teams last night before this game were locked for 10 points. But Kolkata has now gone ahead, and look at their run rate, which is 1.09. If there's a tie, they will perhaps edge ahead, and it is a very comfortable position for Kolkata to be in. Let's have a look at the back half of the table. What happened to Delhi after their loss last night? They still remain on 10 points, but their run rate has dropped. Delhi has now played 11 games in the season, 5 wins and 6 losses. In the middle, they did get a little bit of momentum, but that momentum dropped once again, and those are the 5 teams at the back half of the league table. Let me go over to my guest at this hour, Yatharth Taluja. I'll also be joined by Prakash Vakankar. Prakash, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast this morning. Kolkata now have 12 points from 9 games and a net run rate of 1+, the best of any team in the competition. Would you say that is what Gautam Gambhir has really been looking for, to finish in the number 2 spot and perhaps become number 1?
Look, I think Kolkata have had an excellent run, and I'd like to believe that Chandrakant Pandit in particular, Rika, has a lot to do with it. Chandu Pandit, as we know him, has been an outstanding coach, one of the few Indian coaches along with Ashish Nehra, and his performances and his results across all formats have been fantastic. I'm sure Gautam's presence there has also helped, and it has allowed Kolkata, along with RR, to be the 2 front runners really in this tournament so far. And unless something dramatic goes wrong, one would like to believe that these 2 will finish 1-2. The order may change a little bit. And as we all know, being able to finish in the top 2 gives you that additional opportunity or safety margin. So that's the key.
Well, Prakash, let's talk about the match last night. Phil Salt, Kolkata traditionally loves sweets, and now they have started loving salt as well. Well, you know, his dropped catch by Khalil on 15, would you say that really was the turning point of the match?
Yeah, I mean, look, generally in the last 2 or 3 games in the IPL, the fielding's been a little bit schoolboyish, frankly. I mean, we saw Varun Chakaravarthy getting off his bowling. We saw absolute dolly being dropped off Rishabh Pant. We saw the drop of Phil Salt. And catches do win matches. As I always say, the fundamentals of cricket don't change, whatever the format may be. Phil Salt has been a revelation. I think he's going to be pushing the England selectors really hard for inclusion. There is no question about it. Whether or not he makes it, who knows? But yesterday's game to me really was I mean, I think Delhi overreached themselves. They thought that they might be able to get a big score, and by the 10th over, in my mind, the game was over, wasn't it? And then
It
Calcutta just
was.
came out. Yeah, Calcutta just
Perhaps
came out and finished it.
that is the intent Phil Salt came out with to finish the match before the spinners were pressed into action. But I'll really have to ask you about that one over by Lizard Williams. There's a lot being spoken about him, but he happened to have bowled the most expensive over of the season last night. He went for 23 runs.
Yeah, look, honestly, Rika, this IPL is going to be written on the graveyard of bowlers in general, because it's been just such a bat-dominated tournament. There's been the odd close game, low-scoring game. So whether it's Williams who carries the ignominy, I won't be surprised before the tournament is over that somebody else goes for more than that before the tournament finishes, because that's just been the nature of it. And Kolkata in particular, the Eden Gardens always has been such a magnificent ground. But, when you have 59-meter boundaries, I'm sorry, but there really isn't cricket, if you ask me, because you are bringing in the boundaries so close that now forget about miss hits. Genuine edges will fly for six. So someone's got to do something about making these a little bit closer and fairer for bowlers. But yes, Lizard Williams will hope that somebody else gives away more than he did.
Prakash, we'll have to talk about one more thing around this game, which was the partnership of Salt and Narine last night. 79-run partnership. Salt did the heavy lifting by scoring 64. It is rare, would you say, that Sunil Narine, who's at the other end, is scoring 15 runs?
Yes, it is. It is rare, isn't it? He's dominated. In fact, in many of their earlier partnerships, Sunil Narine has been the one dominating. And again, you see, this is the travesty, if you will, to me, that Sunil Narine will sit at home and watch the West Indies play the T20 World Cup.
Yes.
But that's just it's really sad. But this is what franchise cricket is bringing things to. You're seeing an Englishman and a Trinidadian getting out there and winning for Kolkata. So in a way, this is classic Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. But at the same time, it is leading to opportunities, maybe just a little bit being deprived, particularly for all-rounders with that whole impact rule. But yesterday, Kolkata were unstoppable.
Prakash, the way Kolkata has invested in Narine and in Andre Russell, who looks better every year, would you say with the mega auction coming up, there's a chance they might look at retaining Phil Salt as well, with the way he has performed, particularly on the home turf?
Yeah. I think in terms of retention, Rika, particularly with non-Caribbean national team players like Phil Salt, all the teams will have to look at that country's schedule for the next 1 or 2 IPLs, because that is really a challenge. You don't want to lose a retain card for a player who may not be available for the entire or at least the majority of the tournament. That may be the only challenge. The Ashes will be coming up. I don't know whether Phil Salt's going to be part of that or not, but those will be factors. If they could, they certainly will. But I'd be very surprised if the two West Indians are not retained by Kolkata, because like of the franchises of Mumbai and Chennai, Kolkata has also tended to hold on to 1 or 2 really key players all the way through. And that's, I think, helped them in their journey as they try and win another title.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned about it being ironic that Sunil Narine is going to sit at home and watch the T20 World Cup, which is going to be played in America and West Indies. Tomorrow is the last day for announcing the team, and it is likely that the team is going to be announced today, the Indian team in particular. Let's have a look at our pick of the top 15 who might make it to the World Cup. And here's the top order players that we thought will likely make it to the team. Rohit Sharma as the captain, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Virat Kohli, Suryakumar Yadav. Let's have a look at the middle order. The middle order will comprise of likely Sanju Samson, Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dube and Rinku Singh. Spinners, Ravindra Jadeja, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Among the fast bowlers, we have picked Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh and Avesh Khan. Well, there are some likely other contenders also. We will keep bringing on as I speak to Prakash. Prakash, these are the 15 boys that we have put in the likely team. Do you agree or not?
Well, I don't think you're going to get two Indians to agree on any team, whichever one is put out, because there'll always be one
Ajit
opinion or the
Agarkar
other.
has a happy headache now.
Yes, he does have, but he has a serious headache. I don't think there's any issue with the top four that are on screen at the moment. I would like to believe, Rika, that when it comes to the bowling attack, maybe there are no other options, but really not to have any right-arm spinner is probably something that Agarkar will think about. I would not be surprised if there is a bombshell. It's unlikely, but I won't be surprised if Hardik Pandya and Rinku Singh both have to sort of really do something special in the mind of the selectors to be picked. Because I think my personal view, and it doesn't matter really, but my personal view is India should look at repeating what we did in 2007, which is have a really big mix of young, sharp, hungry talent. And there's so much of it in this IPL. I would love to see Natarajan. In fact, I think without Natarajan, India will make a mistake to go into the T20 World Cup, given his ability to bowl the death overs and the Yorkers, and being a left-arm seamer. Arshdeep may have to miss out. I don't think Avesh Khan has done enough in my book to make it. And I don't see Siraj here either. Siraj may still come in based on his experience and his ability. I'm very happy that you've picked Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant. I think they are the two best keeper batsmen that need to go through. So 2 or 3 small changes. I'd love to see a wrist spinner, right arm wrist spinner, and that can only be Yuzi Chahal. I'd love to see the Kulcha play back in America and the West Indies. But we'll wait and watch. Ajit Agarkar will tell us.
Yeah, what about KL Rahul? Do you think he has a chance of making the team?
Well, the question really is who does who replace in this squad of 15? So you're unlikely to touch the top 4. If you have to bring Rahul in, I suspect Samson has to go out. Because I don't think the team will go without Rishabh Pant. So it's going to be those kind of one-off challenges that people will have to, or the selectors will have to choose and pick based on whatever they feel. Because look, the conditions of the pitches in the US are all going to be drop-in pitches. The understanding is they've all been brought in from Adelaide, where they've been curated in the trays like the Australians have drop-in pitches. So I would imagine there'll be a fair bit of bounce in them. And I therefore would love to see India's quick bowling being strengthened a little bit, because spin may not play such a big role.
Right. Prakash, one final question. You see Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli open?
It's not impossible. I mean, Rohit, of course, is there. Virat has made his intentions clear by the way he's batting for RCB. But you would be greatly served by a left-right combination, and Yashasvi will give you that.
Right. Thank you very much, Prakash, for bringing us those insights. And we'll, of course, have to wait and see what does Ajit Agarkar and his men think as the best team to go to the World Cup for India. That's all we could pack into this bulletin. Thanks for watching.
बातम्यांचा नवा गड NDTV मराठी,